The fear of failure will remain there in your life until you find out why, until you go and you shatter your limiting beliefs, get rid of all those insecurities and fears, and realize that that negative tape playing in your head is not right. That is not reality. That is just fear speaking to you. And that's no way to live. You are not setting yourself up for success or happiness that way. And we're supposed to live our life, fulfilling our purpose, being our best selves, being happy and loving. And it's there for you. It's all waiting for you. We also have free will, and you have to choose that. There is always a choice. It is never set in stone. Hi everyone, Janna here. Thanks for joining in to Revive with Janna. I hope that you're enjoying my podcast, and if you are, would you be so kind and share with a friend? If you're listening or watching on YouTube, will you also go to a podcasting platform, Spotify, Amazon, iHeart, you name it, and would you also subscribe and rate there as well and download? That helps me out so very much. All right, so I want to talk today about the fear of failure. A lot of people, including myself once, are just absolutely scared of failure. And fear of failure, I believe, is normal. We all experience it, especially when it's something really, really big, right? Really putting yourself out there. But fear of failure can also be turned into fuel. And you're probably wondering, well, how is that possible? Well, as a mindset expert, this is something I discussed in my number one bestseller, Unfuck Your Mind. And it's all about getting out of your own way, right? So I used to be absolutely just terrified of failing, terrified of putting myself out there, whether it was with my heart, in a friendship, relationship, with my money, in my career, job, you name it, right? And so much so that it held me back, right? I don't want you to be held back in life. And you only have one life to live, and it's short, and we don't ever know how short or how long. So let's make the most of it. And the one thing I've learned, and I like I said, I discuss this in depth in my book. The one thing I have learned as I shattered my own limiting beliefs and overcame was that the fear in my head that I had around, a decision was never the reality. My fears were created from my limiting beliefs. My fears were created from my lack of confidence in myself. My fears were created in my lack of love and acceptance and approval of myself. And I would get so terrified of failing, and what are they going to think, or how am I going to look then, or that's just going to make me feel stupid, and no one's going to like that, or they're not going to hire me, or why. I mean, the list goes on, right? And it probably sounds very familiar to you. Maybe you're doing that to yourself right now. Maybe right now there's a really big decision and you're just like, I really, really want to. I really, really want to pull the trigger on this job, on this relationship, but that fear of failure is just nagging at me. And what happens is it ends up consuming you. The fear of failure consumes you so much that you just say, oh, you know what? I don't really want to feel that. I don't want to feel that. I don't like it. So I'm done. Like, I'm not even going to try anymore. I know how it's going to work. I know it's going to happen. It never works out for me. It's just not my luck. So, like, why even try? I know that song and dance. And that right there, my friends, is the negative tape playing in your head. See, everything in life always boils down to your mindset. And that is why I've kind of gone from really focusing on nutrition as a nutritionist to the mindset, because without the proper mindset, everything else fails. I can teach you all day long about nutrition and health, and I'm great at it. I know exactly what to tell you to do to heal your gut, to get into the best shape of your life, to feel your best, to get rid of anxiety, depression, you name it. But if I teach you all of that, but you don't have the right mindset, it's not going to work. I have worked with countless clients. In fact, the most difficult clients were the ones who had the most healing to do. That was typically Lyme disease, autoimmune disease, right? And the mentality, the mindset you have to have when you're feeling like crap because you're so sick and all you want to do is feel well, your mindset's just already in this negative loop. And then here I am, and I give you all these things to do. And it's just like, that's too much. I can't do it. It won't work. Right. And that's where I learned, like, what is missing here? Why are these few people having a really hard time with things? I know this works, and I've seen other people do it, and I got proof. And those particular clients did not have the right mindset, and so I had to go back and work with them on that. So, anyways, the fear of failure and turning it into fuel. How do you do that? Well, first and foremost, shattering your limiting beliefs is going to free you of all of those types of things. Now, like I said, I still get the fear of failure because I believe that's a normal reaction, but it is simply a quick reaction that vanishes. Whereas before I shattered my limiting beliefs, the fear of failure would literally I would just freeze, and I would just obsess over that, and it would take over, and I wouldn't try, and I just gave up. But now that little bit of fear of failure that I might get every once in a while, it's like it comes and goes. It comes in one ear and it goes right out the other. And then I turn it into fuel. How do you do that? I'm going to tell you how you turn fear of failure into fuel. You flip the script. My friends, it is that simple, right? There's no 10-step process or, meditating, journaling. No, you flip the script. Everybody forgets about this because they just don't think about it. We stay in our thoughts, we believe our thoughts, and we don't ever take a step back to say, do I believe my thoughts? Do I want to? Or is there something else different? There are other options, or there are other choices, or there are other outcomes. Why am I thinking that? Ask yourself, has this voice, which is probably a negative tape playing in your head on repeat, has it been serving me well? Where has it gotten me? Where has the fear of failure gotten you in life? My guess is it did not get you what you wanted. In fact, you don't even know what you've missed out on because you didn't even give yourself a chance. You defeated your own damn self before you even gave yourself a chance. No one will ever take a chance on you if you don't first and foremost take a chance on yourself. So I want you to flip the script every single time that fear of failure hits. Oh, it won't work for me. They won't pick me. I want you to say, oh, fuck that. I think that they will pick me. Why not me? I have everything they're looking for. Also, when it comes to relationships, you got to also think to yourself, if this is beneficial to me and the universe knows this is of my highest good, it will work out. I used to think that when relationships or friendships didn't work out, that it was my fault, my doing, because I had shitty people in the past tell me that over and over and over again. And it happened over and over and over again. Now, did it happen over and over again because of me and just, being a crappy person? I used to think that, but that's not true. It happened over and over again because I allowed it and I believed it. Your actions follow your thoughts. Until I fully loved myself and approved of myself and accepted myself, I constantly looked for that from others. And so as long as I did that, I accepted mediocrity in friendships and relationships. As I said in my book, Unfuck Your Mind, it is not that love is blind. It is a lack of love for yourself that makes you blind. When you do not love yourself, you make decisions based upon the lack of love you have for yourself, right? I've been on both sides. And now that I'm on the other side and I love myself for all that I am, even the parts I used to just, oh, now that I love myself, I'm like, wow, talk about an eye opener. I would never, ever today in this mindset give those people a chance at friendship or relationship. Like, it's always so easy to see how far we've come when you break through that barrier, you break through that wall. And then and only then can you look back and you see, wow, look how far I've come. Look how much I've grown. And you could ever look back and just be like, oh my gosh, with regret. You have to look back and say, wow, I'm proud of myself because I've overcome a lot. I used to be embarrassed of a lot of things from my past until I shattered my limiting beliefs and I accepted myself. And then I realized that every little part was important. It was a very intricate web that it all needed to take place. And why should I hate my past or feel embarrassed or guilty in any way? I can't change it. What's that going to do? Instead, I had to go back and learn from each little bitty adversity, each little bitty hardship and um, difficult moment. I had to ask myself, why do I feel embarrassed? Right? Why do I feel ashamed? Guys, you should never feel ashamed ever. Don't feel ashamed. Feeling ashamed is like, man, it's just like beating yourself up and it takes a toll on you. Never ever underestimate the toll that emotional stress and beating yourself up takes on you. So, fear of failure and turning it into fuel, you got to flip that script, right? The next time you think like I'm not going to put myself out there and make myself look like a fuel, they have more experience. They've been doing it longer. Whatever it is, I want you to say, fuck it. That doesn't always matter because oftentimes, guys, people are not just looking for the experience and the credentials and meeting all the certain little, criteria. People are looking for a personality. People are looking for an attitude. People are looking for willingness, for self-discipline, for grit and resilience. That's what people are looking for. That is not something that can be taught in a school. Those can only be taught through learning life's lessons if you choose that. That's what people are looking for. And people can tell when you are timid, when you are fearful, when you don't believe in yourself. It shows in the way you act. It shows in the way you talk. It shows in your face. It just shows. And the moment that you begin to believe in yourself, others will too. How can you expect or ask anyone to believe in you and give yourself a chance when you're not even doing that to your own damn self? You can't. The fear of failure will remain there in your life until you find out why, until you go and you shatter your limiting beliefs, get rid of all those insecurities and fears, and realize that that negative tape playing in your head is not right. That is not reality. That is just fear speaking to you. And that's no way to live. You are not setting yourself up for success or happiness that way. And we're supposed to live our life, fulfilling our purpose, being our best selves, being happy and loving. And it's there for you. It's all waiting for you. But we also have free will, and you have to choose that. There is always a choice. It is never set in stone. Nothing is ever set in stone. You just need to start believing in yourself. That's it. You need to say, fuck failure. What if? What if I fail? What if you don't? What if you succeed? What if you fly? What if you make it? What if you win? What if you overcome? Tell me, what do you have to lose by saying fuck failure and yes to giving myself a chance? What do you have to lose? Nothing. But you have a whole lot more to lose when you succumb to the fear of failure. My guess is the fear of failure has not gotten you where you want to be in life. So take a chance on yourself. Say yes to yourself. Say fuck failure. I'm not saying it's always going to work out, but I'm saying when it doesn't work out, instead of saying, see, I knew it, she was wrong. That's a victim mentality. Instead, say, then it wasn't meant for me, because what is meant to be for you will be. You're just looking at things wrong. You're looking through the wrong lens. Flip that lens over, look through the right lens. Start believing in yourself. Stop fighting against resistance. Stop fighting against, things that don't work out, and start accepting the fact that if it's meant to be for you, it's going to work out. And when you get the closed door, when you get the no, when things don't work out, say thank you. That's the universe guiding you to something much better for you, because maybe that just wasn't good enough for you. All right. I would love to hear your comments and what you think of how this helped. Share with a friend. Love you all, and I will talk to you next week.